There we go. Good afternoon, Gwen.
Hi, Annie.
Lovely to see you.
Lovely to see you too.
I hope the full moon's treating you kindly.
It is actually, yes. It's been quite a good one. Yeah, I've had a week down in Devon with my mum, so it's been nice having the energy down there because the
Yeah,
sky is so clear. There's no light pollution down there at all.
yeah, yeah.
And the skies have been so clear. It's been lovely.
And she's been very powerful this full moon, hasn't she?
She
Really
has.
bringing it on, so to speak.
Definitely. I've definitely felt her energy, but it's all been positive for me.
So,
How about for you?
yeah, I've had my usual not sleeping particularly, but of course, I've had a fabulous sort of engagement with the full moon energy. It's been just in the perfect position for me to watch her rise and travel across the sky from my house, back to where she is. So that's been super. Yeah, definitely.
Good, good,
So,
good.
so we're here with our cards. I'm
Yeah,
doing
it's
my
my
stuff.
turn first this time, isn't
It
it?
is, yeah. Let's see what
Okay.
they've got to say to us. Oh, and we've had really interesting energy, haven't we? With what's happening in America. Really
Oh, yes.
fantastic, in a sense.
And a lot of this, because the full moon's been in Libra, it's all about finding the balance, isn't
Yeah,
it? So it's
yeah,
and having the compassion to move things forward.
yeah. And
We shall see.
relationships.
We shall see.
Yes, it's
Okay,
been in my
so
sign, so I think that's why I've been very wide awake.
yeah. Okay, well, I've got two sets today.
Okay.
I'm using Carol
Oh yes.
Gray's Angels and Ancestors.
Uh,
I've brought my C cards out
oh
again.
yeah, you like those. Yeah.
Right, let's see what the cards have to say for the next couple of weeks. Right. Oh, four of those and two of these. Okay.
We like our mix and match, don't we?
We do. We do. Okay. So the first card I've got is there she is.
Oh yeah, medicine mother.
The Medicine Mother. And she has the infinity sign around her eyes,
Yeah,
keeping center to her face. So again, it's to do with the balance as well, and it's about honoring your inner knowing. And that's what it says on the card. So it is again believing in yourself, um, and with her being the medicine mother, I'm getting this feeling that about self nurturing as well, about looking after self, and knowing what you need to bring yourself forward, what you need for your own health. You know it, therefore you should do it. I'm guessing, and it's remembering what you know to do the right thing. Then we have this lovely lady. It's okay. I'm on my phone today, so it's difficult to know where to put
yeah.
the cards.
She's
Um,
beautiful, isn't
and
she?
this is the Mirror Guardian. So this is about reflection,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about a time to reflect. And the full moon energy is a fantastic time to do that as well. Because the passing of the new moon, where we're sort of moving ourselves forward, it's maybe looking over the last couple of weeks and seeing how you've achieved these small steps that we've been discussing, and what next? What next to take you forward? With it being the Mirror Guardian, I've got this feeling of yes, the reflection. But again, going back to the inner knowing card is making sure you're not making mistakes from the past. to take these steps forward. It's remembering what has and hasn't worked in the past. So over the next fortnight, it's definitely bringing forward exactly what you want to happen, and to remember. I was going to say mistakes, but I don't think the word's as strong as mistakes. The misfortunes of the past to bring forward the fortunes of the present. And a lovely fox this way. So we have the spirit fox, and it says trust your talents in the changing times, and I think that certainly is reflecting, as you know, as we've just said, about what's happening in America at the moment, you know, and it is trusting that what you know and what you believe in these changing times will take you forward. You know, you won't be troubled by them directly. And if everybody's energy is feeling that, I think things that are happening in America at the moment, I mean, the weather in America has been terrible as well, you know, and I've got relatives in America, and they've been having a real tough time of it. Thankfully, nothing too devastating for some of them, but yeah. But it is that trusting in yourself, and remembering. We have a lovely feather here and some sacred geometry there, and that's the all-knowing guardian angel card. So it's remembering that you're never alone, ever. You're never alone. You've always got your guides and inspirers and the angels around you, and it's that trust that they will guide you forward. The universal energy at the moment is in balance. You know, as I say, we're in Libra, and it is in balance. And I think it's about us not having those imbalances, those wobbles, and just trusting your guides and inspirers, because you're never alone. You'll never walk alone. I've just had that. I've just had that Jerry the Pacemaker's song. You'll never walk alone. There you go. Right, going on to the 2C cards that I've pulled. This one.
Ooh, lovely.
Where the sea is crashing up against the rock.
Yeah.
And there's that turmoil of it, but it's also that feeling of being alive. And it is the card for alive. But it's taking pleasure of the vitality of the energy at the moment. You know, it's to be it's to be grateful for it, you know, and be in awe, and receive and accept all the joy and everything that's coming forward, and making sure those little tiny things that come towards you, that you accept them, because those little tiny things make the bigger picture for you. And I think, you know, certainly when you look at those rocks, you know, as tall as they are, they go down further. You know, they always say that about the iceberg, don't they? What's lying underneath that's can be twice as much as what's above. So as above, so below. Again. And then the final card, it actually links in with all of these. It's a lovely undersea.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And, you know, the sun is shining into the ocean. And it is the card of things to be revealed. It is a revealing card. And it's about being open to receive, being open to your connection, and making sure you're aware of all the other energies that are around you that can move you forward, you know, with this new moon. And and going back to that inner knowing card, that card, I think it is about, you know, your self-compassion, reflection, and allowing
Mm.
allowing that energy in,
Mm.
be open to receive, allowing that energy in. You'll never walk alone. It's still earworming me. And I think that's what's going to keep us alive. Don't be pulled down by some of the little bits of negativity that are going around at the moment. They appear big, but they're minute in comparison to what you can be open to receive in your life, especially over the next fortnight. I think it's going to be a bit of an up and down fortnight, but I do believe that if you trust in yourself, and trust in your guides, those small steps that you're taking now will continue to happen. They will. Yeah. Feel the energy. Feel that outer energy to relieve all that inner turmoil that you might have. I think that's the message. Definitely.
Well, certainly, I can resonate with what those cards are saying. I have been feeling kind of the releasing shift that's going on, particularly heightened by this moon. One of the issues of being a Libra is that it is easy to get out of balance, and then it's hard to fight your way back to balance. But the more we can be in that balance, the better and calmer life can be. And one of the things that's been happening for the last few weeks is that influence of the releasing of past life. If you like, a lot of the events, a lot of the things that are happening are actually getting us to look at the patterns, all these patterns. You know, we've repeated them as a human race time after time after time. And that I love the Alive card because it's a reminder, this is the life we're in now. So now we've got the opportunity not to have those patterns.
Exactly.
Alongside the past life energies that are flowing very strongly and will continue until at least the end of April, we've also got all of the wonderful guidance that's coming in, and particularly the star beings are stepping forward a lot more to kind of remind us, well, hang on, humanity, you know, this isn't new. We've watched you do it again and again and again.
Same old.
Hence the infinity. Do you know what I mean?
And that was right on the first card in her eyes.
Yeah. So what I picked for my cards this week, I've picked the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid, with that beautiful full moon on the cover.
Yes.
Just that sense of, yes, the fullness of time. You know, everything resolves in the fullness of time, or it all comes to light in the fullness of time. And I felt that what was happening, particularly in America this week, was things coming to light in the fullness of time. And, you know, some of the same sort of things are happening in little spots across the world. And the other card pack I wanted to use, I'll show you the box because it's a very, very pretty box as well, is I've got the Rebecca Campbell Starseed Oracle.
Yes, a beautiful.
I always find when I use the Starseed Oracle, it tunes me in to the messages of the star being guides that are busy with us. So the first card, this is from the Good Tarot, is our beautiful Fool. Very first card, 0. Again, another symbol for infinity or the circle of life. There's the Fool. She's ready to set off. She's in her new beginnings. She's getting herself all prepped and ready. And for us at this time, what this full moon is bringing to us is that sense of readiness. So I'm picking up a kind of a bit of a restless it's quite hard to stay calm when you're restless inside, but I do feel that that lovely restless energy is what's going to be with us for the next couple of weeks to get us to carry on taking those small steps. In effect, the Fool's already on her journey.
Yes.
She's taken the first step. She's maybe announced, that's what I love, the little post horn there. She's sort of announcing to the world, I'm here, you know, come on universe, bring me what I need. And it's creating this lovely sound wave or energy wave that is saying, right, come on, bring it to me. So that receiving, that open to receive. What comes next is the Ace of Earth. Look at that magnificent stag.
Well, yes.
Oh, just grounded. You know, whenever I get stags, I always think about grounded. There are little butterflies on his antlers, but it's really that recognition of our physicality. Again, I feel it links in with the Alive card. It's this whole idea of the zest for life. Spring, the sap is rising.
Exactly.
The blossoms are starting, or the leaves are coming out, even if it gives me hay fever. I don't care. But there's something about that standing steady from this full moon. I was thinking about the rocks in your card. You know, those are the steady, the things that will never wear away in a way, except
the foundations.
Yeah, except they do wear away, but over long times. So I feel like in this still muddled energy, it is important inside to feel the readiness, be ready to move forward, but be steady about it.
Yeah.
And over the next couple of weeks, people might find themselves standing their ground a little bit more. Maybe having to say, hey, hold on. I do love that saying, you know, talk to the hand because the face ain't listening.
Yeah, I do.
That kind of, you know, maybe just that little bit extra oomph in, wait a minute, there's a boundary here, so don't step across it. Of course, stags also are very, very wonderful beings who hide themselves in plain sight.
Mm.
They represent camouflage. So some of what's happening is about us recognizing what's being camouflaged, what's being hidden, what within me am I not either acknowledging or playing to or feeling is a strength or whatever it is, and just kind of maximizing on that. Okay. The next one is the Two of Fire. And I love this card. First of all, 2 is about duality, but also, and I should have said ace is, you can be at the beginning of something, or with an ace, you can be at the end of something. You can be at the top of the ladder, so to speak. The Two of Fire is, for me, where the restlessness is coming from. Yeah, we've got duality, we've got opposites that we have to balance in our physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual lives. We're being challenged to balance ourselves. And here is this beautiful giraffe. I do love this giraffe. When I get this card, it always makes me smile, with the light dangling from his mouth. He's carrying the light, he's bringing the light, and she's looking a bit like, I don't know what I'm doing. But she's being carried. This giraffe is high. This giraffe is carrying a high above the issues that we're facing, and the light is showing her the way. We also need to have a certain amount of fire in us to get our life on track.
Yes.
Yeah, we need a bit of a rise of energy, that powerful energy to bring us forward. And so there's a kind of sense of gathering the energies as well with this card that I feel certainly over the next few weeks and actually the next few months, we will have that sort of fire energy being balanced by the earth energy, trying to get that sense of moving forward, but moving forward in a very solid foundation, or very grounded way. So I'm going to move on to the star being cards, because I was interested to see what their take is. And the first one is called Breath of the Cosmos.
Oh, beautiful colours.
There she is. She's part of the universal being. She's in the cosmos and understanding. She is part of the cosmos. I love when this card comes out, because it's about my will to thy will.
Right.
So what the star guides are asking us to think about is there something we need to surrender?
Right.
Maybe characteristics or behaviors or traits that we need, or even emotions that we need to surrender either to or to give up in order for us to be part of the universal order.
It's about that self-reflection again, isn't it?
Yeah, we have to be careful, you know, micromanaging the universe. We have to be careful micromanaging our inner universe, if you like, because what we are inside is what reflects outside of us. And I love this card just reminding me that will and intent are such a powerful force of shaping the universal energies. And I know when you said as above, so below, I would always say as below, so above.
Absolutely.
And so we're having an impact on the universe. And this next few weeks, we might find ourselves prompted to actually think about, what do we have to give up as a human race in order to be better energy in the universal flow? So
Yeah.
I think there are some powerful messages coming for people, individually, community-based and globally based, about the ways in which we might have to tackle the actual being human and intention human bits. Okay. Now, it's followed by this one, which I love.
Oh,
I
that's
always feel really positive when I get this one, because this is a new earth.
lovely.
And it actually says on it, it's happening, keep holding the vision. So whenever we kind of dip and think it'll never happen, the world will never be in balance, the way that we feel spiritually it could be, it's a reminder. And I feel like this full moon, I know I've been sending out lots of kind of thoughts about, please use the energies at work and at play at the moment to bring us improved human viewpoint, if you like.
Yeah.
So I find with this card, I often feel like I'm more connected to the Pleiades with this card.
Right.
It's almost like my Pleiadian guides are kind of, come on, Annie, hang on in there. You know, the world is beautiful, the universe is beautiful. Yeah. Somewhere along the line, you'll tip the balance. Somehow humanity will tip the balance. It will be a new earth. It will be a Garden of Eden again. And we can do it. Okay. Yeah. So this is the card that's come out last. It's called We the Hathors.
Right.
Now, it links into Egypt for me. This card is representing a thread of energy that's come right the way from Atlantis and from Lemuria, right the way from our beginnings. And it represents our deep love for one another. It represents, if you like, mother's milk and birth as a portal. And it makes perfect sense for it to come after a new earth, because obviously what we are trying to do is rebirth. And if we take what the star beings are directing us to, we're going back to a golden age of humanity where we acted and operated in a very, very different way. Some of those sort of ways and beliefs have made it through into our racial memory, or our collective unconscious, into our folklore, our tales, etc. Some of that recognition that there's a deep bond between us all, and that we're born into this life to grow those bonds and grow the love. So I also feel like over this next couple of weeks, what the star beings will be bringing for people is a recognition that the Atlantean energy is flowing again. It's coming through our wonderful crystal children, that we can pick up that vibe and use it and recognize some of the ancient knowledge and wisdom that we all embody, that through our many lives, many lives, we embody this. And I do feel like, you know, we are in a really big shift. We just haven't quite balanced it out to understand it all yet. So it's going to be fascinating.
Oh, it was wonderful, Annie. And when I saw that giraffe card, I just thought, you know, again, the synchronicity, because I think, you know, with the giraffe carrying that light, it just shows, you know, that person sitting on the back, they're not alone. You know, and it comes back to that card, you know, remember your guides and your inspirers around you, you know, to help you, you know, through all this as well, you know, and to shine the light. Yeah.
So, as always, sounds like more interesting times. But that's what we come to expect.
It's all positive, you know, it's all positive, isn't it, Annie? You know, we have to go through those imbalances to gain our balance. So you know, it's the way it is. And I say the next generation, the crystal kids that are coming through, they're the ones that will bring that balance to the fore. It won't be in my lifetime, you know, but
never say never.
Never say never.
Yeah,
they're strong at the moment, definitely.
Absolutely. You never know. If you're here for 110 years, there might be.
Might be.
Oh, Gwen.
It's been lovely. It has been lovely, Annie.
It has. And I'm taking a lot of reassurance from those cards.
I am. Yeah, I'm coming away feeling quite balanced.
Yeah,
you know,
as a Libra, it is hard for me to go, oh, but I want balance, you know, and I want good relationships, and I want beautiful surroundings. Yeah.
It's your full moon then, Annie. Come on. It's your full moon. Make the most of it.
And it's really interesting because over the last couple of days I've been knitting a cushion, and it's lilac-y purple, and it's like a lavender full moon, and I just think, oh yes, that's balance, because we use lavender to help us to relax and
exactly.
And so I'm just fascinated about this moon's energy, but I do feel we've got this, and the guides are saying you've got this.
I say it's the first one of spring. You know, it's always the one that's nearer Easter. You know, and it's that one that is making us move forward more powerfully, and interesting with it being in Libra as well, but keeping that balance. It's first new moon, first full moon.
Okay. News and falls. We get ourselves in a muddle, don't we? Oh, brilliant. Well, it's been lovely to read the cards with you, Gwen. We'll be back in a fortnight, because it's actually full moon day, so we'll be back in a fortnight to do the new moon.
We will do. Oh, thank you very much, Annie. Lovely. Okay then.
Take care.
Bye now. Bye.
Bye.